Well, hello and welcome back to another video. This is now Saturday the 20th of July, and we are back in the store, and it is, as you can tell, summer is here. Well, I say it's summer, if you look outside it looks pretty dreary outside. I know it actually looks quite bright, but see, if you actually go outside, it's very overcast, very cloudy, very warm, especially for a Scottish person. We see about 18 degrees. We find that is very, very warm, quite uncomfortable because it's so overcast. It's as if it needs to like rain or have a thunderstorm or something like that just to kind of clear the air. But talking of clearing the air, here's Pam, and what are you up to today?
I'm just pulling together all the catalogues for next year so that we can send them to print, because they don't provide us with hard copies anymore, so we have to make our own hard copies. So
all the suppliers are saving the rainforest, but killing everything else with carbon fibre. But hey, that's one of these things.
So I'm looking for downloads so I can download the catalogues.
What ones have you managed to get so far?
I've found Graph, not an old Graph one, Rise Sport. I've already got CCM, Bauer and Warrior end of year. Although it's 2021, so it's probably out of date.
So the big question I'm going to ask is with regards to, say for example, your catalogues, does it cost much to get them printed?
Yeah, about £200. Well, it was
per catalogue or just
no,
individually?
in general. So last year I only printed Warrior, CCM and Bauer, and it cost just under £100. But this year I need to print those three and Idea, Rise Sport and Graph if we can get hold of it.
So the reason why we need to print catalogues and stuff like that is because, like I said before in multiple videos, we're a small store. Being a small store, we can't keep everything in stock. We would love to, but one thing is we would have nowhere to put it, because as you can see, I'll give you a quick spin. There is the shop, and there's only a small area behind which I work in, which I've seen before, and the storage areas are there. That's it. We've got literally nothing, no storage areas in here at all. The previous shop that we were in, the one that kind of burnt down with the fire, it had a wee bit more storage area. It was slightly longer, shall you say, shop wise. This one's a wee bit kind of wider. There was obviously the back area was probably just as wide as the front area, but obviously we could fit the sharpening machine, all the tools and a couple of racks of storage in there, whereas unfortunately we don't have that luxury in here, even though we are paying 7 times the rent for this place as we were for the previous place. So put that into perspective, it's quite a lot for what we pay for what we get, if I'm honest, but hey, it's one of these things, we need to do it. It's in a kind of, how would you put it, a prime location in Paisley. If we were to move somewhere different to, say for example, a slightly less prime location, yes, we would be able to get something slightly cheaper, but it would not be as secure. What's the plan, Stan?
If I can get the price list finished today, then I can finish the uploads, the till can get finished, and we can have the price list ready to be printed as well. This year I'm just printing them myself, though. Previous years we have sent them for professional printing. We've had 2 or 3 copies of our price lists. And things change that much during the season that it becomes silly because we have to change pages. So we stop printing them properly.
So we can, at the start of a season, we can basically put things out, like your price list as Pam says, and then we can literally have sent it to print, and there is pricing restructures for most of the suppliers most of the time. How many times did we have an upgrade in price from
that time at Brexit time when the interest rate was all upside down? I think one supplier had 4 different price lists out, and normally it only comes out once, one price list a year. But because the interest rate, because everything's bought and sold in dollars, and because the dollar to the pound rate had crashed so much because of Brexit and everything else, we had 4 separate price lists because the prices increased and fluctuated that much that they had to keep increasing the prices and passing it on to us. And then we had to do all the work that we do in the summer as quickly as we could. In fact, we didn't do it, and we sold the skates at a lower price than we should have been because we didn't have time to change prices.
Yeah, that's a bit of a nightmare at times. With everything changes so quickly, especially in the kind of hockey community, specifically with the suppliers. Like we said, Pam's just basically said 4 price lists throughout the year, and if you think you maybe give yourself a month to get the price lists before the start of the season, maybe even longer than that, 3 months, because you've got multiple price lists to do, and then you've got multiple variations to add and stuff like that. That can literally change overnight, and then you find yourself scrambling to try and get everything done. So again, because there's only or two of us. I suppose one of the things we've said about this place is it is very, very quiet in the summer, obviously with it being so busy through the season. We don't get time to do most of the stuff that we'd like to. It's very interesting, will you say, specifically with how many things change and whatever else. So probably we're having a customer in and I kind of lost my train of thought here, but this is, like I say, one of the hardships of the summer being in Scottish ice hockey is most of the rinks have closed. Most of the rec teams, the guys that kind of keep us afloat, stop skating, and realistically we are very, very, very quiet just now, like probably the quietest it's been in the last 10 years easily. So it's a strange one.
It's quiet now is our first off season, because remember we started in the December and we only had December, January, February, March, and then we had an off season, and that was dire. Well, it's probably worse, if not just the same, worse than them.
So we have been in here from 12:30 today. It's 1:51 at the moment, and we have had 2 customers in today. So we are needing it to be a lot busier than this. So if you are liked and subscribed and you need your skate sharpened or you want stuff done before the start of the season, now is the time. So we have a highlight of today so far. So far we've had 3 customers in, and 1 customer has brought me work to do, which is brilliant. I have a deer mount to do. So we have a set of John Wilson steels to go onto a pair of Adia overtures. So we'll get them fitted and then get these guards on the skates. So hopefully we'll time lapse for that. I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna I've been trying to cope since you ran away. I've been feeling lost, I've been feeling pain. And no matter what I do, I just feel like I do what I do for you. I tried to call the doctor, it didn't help. Took a trip out to the sun to revive myself. But no matter what So, sorry, I didn't really record that much, but there was quite a lot of customers that actually came in. We actually got rid of 3 pairs of skates today, which was quite good. Obviously, I then had a couple of sharpenings and a couple of other things in. We nearly sold a moth too, that was pretty funny. Obviously, I was kind of hoping that Pam would kind of turn around and engage, but she's too busy feeding her face here.
Oh, you get a bit of pickle in my mouth, don't you?
Oh, do you like putting pickles in your mouth? Aye. Nope. Happened again.
You're a pest.
I'm a pest. Right, okay.
Yes, we had a pet moth. I could say a pet pickle. We have a pet moth, we nearly sold it.
Right, okay. So, food review, what did you get and where did you get it from?
Well, we didn't have our Chippy Tuesday. I can't remember why we didn't have a Chippy Tuesday.
So again, can you explain to people from possibly abroad what a Chippy Tuesday is?
Well, in Scotland, never mind anywhere else in the whole wide world, Scotland, fish and chip shops are the best in the world. And we always usually get it on a Tuesday. But we were quite busy this Tuesday, so it was like 4 o'clock and we never had time to order our Chippy Tuesday on Tuesday. So we're having our Chippy Tuesday on a Saturday because it's shitty weather and it's definitely a chippy kind of day.
Okay, so what did you get?
Fish and chips. Normally get a sausage supper.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Just stay behind that camera and shush. Stop giving me that look.
So yep, so this is what we're up to today. Obviously a lot of customers will probably be really pissed off that we're not getting in touch with them, but it's one of these days where it is a slow day today. It's not necessarily that we're not getting in touch with customers, we're still getting in touch with customers, we're still making orders, we're still doing everything behind the scenes, but when you have to eat, you have to eat. So here's my food review. So what Pamela got me was classed as a munch box. In Scotland, it's basically everything that you can think of. So we've got a battered sausage, we've got a battered hamburger, we've got a pizza that's been deep fried, we've got a deep fried Creek Pizza Crunch, which is a battered pizza and then it's fried. Then you've got chips, you've got curry sauce, and you've also got gravy. So nice to see it's got all the food groups in it.
Then we got it from Andy's in Paisley, so if you're ever looking for, it also has a Johnston shop. If you're ever looking for a very good chippy, I would highly recommend it. He also does our mean Sunday, but we never got any ice cream.
Does he do a Sunday on a Sunday?
Sunday on a Tuesday.
Oh, does he? A
Chippy
Tuesday on a Sunday?
Tuesday.
Well, that was exceptional, but it beat me. I'm absolutely burst. I don't think my stomach could handle another chip.
What happened to you? Your professional eating days?
I know, my professional eating days where I used to be able to take down a 16-inch pizza and chips and pakora, and now you're lucky if I can eat a slice of pizza and a chip. It's because I'm watching my girlies figure.
I know, aye, watching your figure.
Aye.
Like getting at your kilt.
Well, to be fair, they thought they were going to have to put an extension on my kilt, but...
Nope, they didn't have to.
Yeah, apparently I was skinny enough.
Aye.
I don't see that happening much longer.
No, if we keep having Chippy Tuesdays on Saturdays.
Exactly. So, editing day, and who do we have? Like a pest. Hector, what do you want? Hector, speak. No, not too interested in playing his ball. Just try to get me to go out and play with him. No, not having it today. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Thanks for that. That's my ears broke. Right, sitting on your camera, Shaggy. Oh. Jealous big boy. What is it? So as I'm trying to edit and trying to make sure that the next video is ready to go, we have the pest who is continuing to annoy the hell out of me. He's at it. So guys, it's 12:15 in the morning. It is now Tuesday the 23rd of July, and as you can see I'm back in at home still. Took a little break to go for a skate with the Blackhawks tonight in Auchenharvie and Stevenson. So obviously I have my pest with me. You must know that there is food on the table, so no doubt you will see him absolutely screaming his head off, moaning, complaining, looking for something to eat. It's not the fact that he's not fed at all, he's really well fed. I think he's overfed, being the fact he's about 6 stone. Is you starving, son? Should the people like and subscribe? You want a bit? You ready? Is that good? So the latest video is now in the process of rendering. It's got about 46% still left to go. So once that's done rendering, what I need to do is make a thumbnail for it and then upload it onto YouTube and set it for schedule for the next video. Now I suppose I'm probably going to get a bit of backlash for this video because I am a bit honest. I think that's one of my problems. I think I'm way too honest for my own good when it comes to business and other things. So obviously this one's going to be called Steven and Hector's Rant. Obviously Hector's rant is going to be the fact that he feels as if he's not fed enough, even though he is overweight. he's a bit of a big boy, he's a bit chunky, so you say, but he is dubbed the couch hippo. But obviously what we're going to do is see if we can get this see if we can get the video uploaded and get it ready so we're ahead of schedule for the editing. so we can get started on this one. What do you think, Hector? I don't know about you guys, but I definitely find it hard to unwind after being on the ice. It's one of these things that I've found I'll be wide awake most of the night, so I might as well utilise my time with regards to the editing and stuff like that. You're probably talking that it's, like I say, it's about 20 past 12 or 20 minutes past 12 right now as I'm recording this, so I'll probably be still awake around about 3 or 4 in the morning. Depends obviously how busy the editing or how quick the editing process takes, but obviously I just usually find it's really hard to switch off after playing. It'd be interesting to hear in the comments below if any of you guys are exactly the same as me, where you can't switch off after hockey, or if you find that you can go home and you can go straight to sleep. But for me it's totally opposite, I just can't switch off at all. 1:24 AM. Third video edited. Now it's gone through the rendering stage, and obviously this will be the part 2 of my rant, which is Pamela's rant. Not necessarily a rant, it's how would I put it, it's us being overly honest. Hector's had enough, he's away to sleep. So guys, back in the shop again. It's Tuesday 23rd. Obviously I was editing last night and was up to about 2:30 in the morning doing the editing. Then I went to my bed and we have the senile old lady, not Pam, the spaniel, Rosie, decided that it was time for her to get up and everyone else had to get up, so she was barking from 2:30 till 3 o'clock. So the reason why she does it is she wants to go out into the back door, thinks she needs a toilet, and then she decides to sit down, lie down in the back door, and then you have to try and lift her back in and bribe her with biscuits to go to sleep. So that's the way that things were. So today has been wild. A lot of sharpenings today. You're probably talking over 25 within the first couple of hours, which is quite good. We've had, obviously I didn't record these, I was just too busy today to record anything, never had even time to set the camera up. So we have had 25 sharpenings in, we've had re-eyelet, re-rivet, we've had some other things in, a couple of sales of figure skates and a couple of pairs of hockey boots. So I'll pass over to Pam and see what she's doing today and what food she's reviewing.
You always wait for me, don't you? What are you having? We're having a Tim Hortons. Cheesy toasty.
So
because it's cheesy toasty outside.
Exactly. It's usually Chippy Tuesday, but today it's Cheesy Tuesday.
It's only so I can get coffee.
Was that what you're after today, to try and wake you up?
I'm very tired today, yes.
I'm not exactly running on all cylinders today myself, being up that late.
Your daughter woke me up twice, creaking Jesus, so she is.
What did she do?
She came in and I was sound asleep, and waited until she was about 3 inches away from my nose, and then went, "Can I sleep with you, Mum?" I'm quite sure the neighbours in the end of the road heard me.
Did you have a wee scream?
I went, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
By that time I was totally out of it. I was like probably 4 or 5 in the morning, and that's when I'm probably getting a little bit of sleep. But then I was awake at 8 o'clock this morning, and then managed to get another hour, I think, till about 9, and then obviously in the store. The box that was missing has finally turned up as well, which is quite good. One of them. So obviously, unfortunately, never managed to get much recorded. Like I say, pretty busy, which is unusual. So we're a bit shell shocked today for the first time in a while. So once I finish lunch, we'll tie back in May. So welcome back. It is now Wednesday, the 24th of July, and we've just had a visitor, a very special visitor, an old teammate of mine, Daniel Frank, and his wife Becky. It was good to see them. It's been a long time since we've seen them. They obviously came over here, and Dan worked as a pastor over here, and he's now went home to Florida to spend time with his family, and Becky's now got a job as a teacher. So as I say, it was really good to see them. Very good. We also had a visitor yesterday, Stuart, who I used to work with in the sports centre. Shout out Big Ego. Miss your circuit classes, big man. But aye, it's been good. It's say for example, even though that at times the store is rough, it's good to obviously get some people that are friendly to come in. So friendly faces. So it is now 8:30. This was the last couple of days have been absolutely wild between
Customers and visitors.
Customers, visitors, complaints, whatever else you want to say. In this game, we have been in for the last 13 years. If a customer can't take a wee bit of banter back, then obviously it's not necessarily the right sport to be involved in my opinion. We've taken lots of abuse over the last 13 years in this business. We're not perfect by any means. As Pam will tell you, we try really, really hard to try and appease everybody, and you're never going to keep everybody happy. But we're not adverse to getting abuse, but when the abuse gets personal and it's interesting because obviously, like I say, we're quite thick-skinned, and as you probably realised by a lot of the videos that we make is I'm very, 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 very dry sense of humour and very sarcastic. Pam laughs at mostly everything just because, well, she's Pam. But
there is some stuff that gets to me.
Aye, but at the same point, it's been interesting the last wee while because a lot of people don't realise how tough the summer is on us.
This summer particularly.
Yep.
This is a very tough summer.
So with regards to, you could say, mental health and stuff like that, we don't necessarily suffer from mental health issues, but it's definitely something that's always on the back of your mind when it comes to a summer. How extremely busy, how extremely taxing it can be, especially when you run a store and you thrive on people coming through the door, and in Scotland specifically, hockey dries up, it just dies a death. So what we have to do through the year is basically try and put as much money away as possible to cover for the summer months, the 3-4 months of the summer, or the off season.
COVID wiped out our slush fund. It totally wiped out everything. So we say a slush fund. There was never really a slush fund in the base in the name of it, but it was. We did have a wee bit of savings, and it was. I'm not talking like multi-millions of savings or hundreds of thousands of pounds. It was a couple of £1,000 if you're lucky. But I'm not saying that we're ready to fold. That's hopefully by a long shot.
We just want you
to know that we fight tooth and nail every single day to keep going and keep putting one foot in front of the other. Personally, in our home life, professionally, at the shop, we've got the kids to juggle. Everybody's mortgages is more expensive. Everybody's electricity and gas is more expensive. Insurance, car insurance, the food shop is now 3 times, 4 times what it was. Double the price for us just to do a food shop. We're all in the same boat in such a seasonal business. Are feeling it the hardest. One of the hardest. I know there's probably a lot hard out there.
I would probably have to say that this has been the roughest summer or the roughest off season we've had since the whole COVID situation, and well, I've said the word, the big bad Rona, shall we say. But even before that, I think it was probably the first year that we were in business was probably the roughest. Everything else kind of fell into kind of place. Hockey kind of genuinely kept going the whole way through the summer, but for this, since lockdowns and stuff like that, this seems to be the first year where everybody's just said they've had enough and they want to have a break, which again is totally understandable. Travelling's back on again and everybody's able to get away and what have you, but like I say, this has been a poor summer for us, but at the same point we're obviously still here fighting, still trying to put content out for you guys. We're obviously trying to get orders sorted, and yes, stuff will take slightly longer at times because suppliers might not have stuff in stock, or
we're waiting on stuff coming in, or we're waiting to make carriage, or things are just taking a bit longer to come via the couriers.
Also, you've got to remember, Pamela right now is 4 years older than me because this is our birthday.
3 years and 1 week. Will you get it right?
Well, it's technically 4 years. Like, I'm 39 and you're now 43, so technically do simple maths.
40 in the 1st of August.
I might be 40 in the 1st of August, but right now I'm 39, so technically she likes the toy boys and she is a cougar, or what you would say, a turkey vulture, as it's been now dubbed, which somebody that's older than a cougar. This is the kind of the thing. Obviously, Pam and I, we do work hard. I know people might not think we do, but we are constant with this stuff. Like we've said before in previous videos, I've seen myself sitting at Christmas dinner and answering emails and replies and stuff like that. At certain points where Pamela and I would reply at any time to any message regarding the store, we've had to make the decision, shall we say, that we're just not willing to do out of hours as much as we used to. There has to be a work-life balance. It can't be
an off switch.
There has to be an off switch. So if you do reply to us or you do try and get a hold of us, bear in mind there is only 2 of us in the store. If you try and get a hold of us for whatever reason through the phone and Pam's dealing with a customer and I'm dealing with a customer, we're not going to drop the customer just to answer the phone.
It is 20 to 9. We haven't seen our children since 7 o'clock last night.
Oh, she has. I haven't seen them for a full 2 days, which has
You've
been
not seen them
bliss.
since Tuesday morning.
The reason for that is not the fact that we've just managed to put them out to work somewhere and just left them on their own. They're at their granny's, because yesterday we were in the shop from 12 until 5, and then we had to organise some stuff for a committee meeting.
I had to pick the kids up, take them to my mum's with their dinner, drop them off with their pyjamas, come over to the committee meeting for our other job, for our other life, not job, our other part of the life, which is you and me, along with the other committee members, help run the Glasgow Mustangs, the rec team that Steven head coaches. We had a committee meeting, end of season committee meeting last night, which ran on to 11:15. So we went home, I never had any tea. Well, I didn't. I had a Chicago Town pizza done in the microwave,
Other
because I couldn't
pizzas are
even.
available, unless Chicago Town want to sponsor us. If they do, then we're happily willing to take sponsorship from anybody. It doesn't matter. It could be Y-Food, it could be Chicago Town, it could be
Right, okay.
Anybody really.
So
any ice hockey brands want to sponsor me ice hockey sticks and skates, I'm happy to try them out for you. I'll give honest reviews, but hopefully it doesn't burn any bridges.
So after tea, I went to bed, and then back up this morning at 8 o'clock to do my other job, and I got half an hour at home, 3 until 4, and then we were up here early to meet a very good friend of ours who's over from Florida, and he's only here for another couple of days, so we come up to meet Dan. We opened the door early, so we were opened early tonight, and we'd eat molds and sharpenings, and then after Dan we had Charlie, and after Charlie we had Scott, and it's just been one after the other.
Scott Roger, Elite League linesman, good guy, good laugh, kid to listen to some of his stories. It would be really, really good to try and get an interview with him, but he said that he would probably get himself blacklisted if he was, to be honest.
Over somebody's dead body, I think was his response.
He's a bit like me, he says what he thinks, and that's kind of one of the reasons why we like him.
If Pavel does want to do an interview, I think that would be quite interesting.
He can talk about his travel with Pavel.
But yeah, so
that's a story for another day.
Moving on from travel with Pavel. So yes, it's been back to back. We're now going to get packed up, and Steven's going to the gym, and I'm going to go and collect the kids and take them home, put them to their beds, because it's 9:15, and they're off to the science centre tomorrow.
So I think we'll probably call it an end for this video. I don't know how much content I've managed to put together.
It's an 11-minute video. We'll maybe get it, whacked into about 4.
Aye, look me get the bright side. I've not had to edit any of Pam's sweary words, so that's quite good.
I don't say sweary words.
You're the leading swearer in our YouTube channel so
I
far.
think Toby swore more than me.
He said 2 F-bombs, but you've said multiple S-bombs and everything else. But anyway, like, share and subscribe.